Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. This evening on the sofa, I'm joined by Kat.
Hi.
And just to introduce myself, my name is Hannah. As you will probably tell, my accent is not of the Australian variety. I am actually here visiting our Travel Council's Australia office in Melbourne just for a couple of weeks from our head office based in Manchester. Just looking at the communication, seeing how things are done over here. So I thought I'd come and join you on the sofa this evening and talk to you all about destination management companies and tailor making and custom making different itineraries. So later on in the show we'll be joined by Jason, who is from our commercial department, and we'll be talking to him about DMCs, and then we'll have a short video for you from one of our DMC companies as well, and one of the customers who is a very special customer to us at Travel Counsellors. So I guess first things first, for those of you who are new to us and are new to Travel Counsellors, I've got some quick fast facts for you about us. So Travel Counsellors currently, we are in 7 countries around the world. We have just over 1,000 travel counsellors based in the UK. We're also based out of South Africa, the Netherlands and Belgium. We've got an office there in The Hague. We're based in Ireland and the UAE out of Dubai as well. So coming up to 1,700 travel counsellors worldwide. Some fast facts for you. So we are this year celebrating 10 years in Australia. Last year we turned over just over $900 million. And like I said, 1,700 travel counsellors in 7 countries worldwide. We have over 400 head office staff across the globe, as I am one of them visiting from the UK here in Melbourne today. And just a couple of sort of, I guess, interesting facts for you. This year our CEO Steve Byrne has received the Travel Weekly Award for Outstanding Achievement to the Travel Industry. We have a Net Promoter Score of 96%, which means 96% of our customers would rate us as a 10 out of 10 customer satisfaction. 97% of our agents wouldn't return to their previous jobs, and 96% rate job satisfaction as high or very high. So across the world we've got a lot of very, very happy travel counsellors, but hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea as to who we are and what we do. Now I'm going to hand over to my lovely colleague Kat, who has got a little bit of an interview with Jason from our commercial department.
Thanks, Hannah. Perfect, Jason. Well, thanks for coming in and joining us this evening.
My pleasure.
Might start off with a bit of an introduction, I suppose, as to your background prior to Travel Counsellors, if that's okay.
Not a problem. Look, I've been in the industry now for over 20 years, doing a variety of different things. I've worked most of my career in the wholesale industry, and a lot of that time I spent with a group called Qantas Holidays, doing everything. I started doing reservations. I've looked after a reservations team. I've worked in the product department for a long time, and I spent about 15 odd years in the product department through Qantas Holidays, Viva Holidays, Stella Travel Services, which had a range of different wholesale brands, and a bunch of different jobs within that, but always within the wholesale industry. I've looked after destinations right across Asia, throughout Australia, throughout the Pacific as well. Travelled extensively through the USA as well. And so I guess, my experience comes a lot through, personal travel, as well as, learning the ropes over the years and getting to know suppliers and hotels and tour operators and all these guys quite well, actually, and building relationships over that time. So,
yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
And what's your role here at Travel Counsellors?
So my role here is looking after all the commercial interests and all our product that comes through and that our travel counsellors are out there selling. So it's finding the best deals, the right deals for our guys out there, and I guess getting the right terms. So you guys, so our travel counsellors are able to make the maximum margin they can, and also deliver the best products for our clients. It's not it's not so easy to just pick up a booking and say, right, I'm going to throw you into this hotel and you're going to have a great time. We've got to ensure that the hotels are the right hotels for our customers, for your customers' budgets as well, and that they're delivering a quality product and a quality service, and whether that be through a tour operator, a DMC, or a hotel just on its own. It's really important that we get that mix right, and that we get those relationships right, and that we're putting the right product in front of our customers.
Perfect. That leads perfectly to my next question. Could you describe, 'cause I suppose when I'm speaking to people who are looking at travel counsellors as an option, they're not used to or haven't always even heard of, in some cases, of a destination management company. Could you describe for those people out there who are a little bit unsure what it actually is?
Sure. Look, coming into this role, actually, I didn't have a lot of exposure prior to that of DMCs, and so I've spent quite a bit of time over the last few months since I started getting my head around DMCs and what they do and how they work and how they operate, and they are a fantastic service. So a destination management company essentially looks after every aspect of a holiday within a destination. So they're the experts. They're the experts on the ground. They know they know all the suppliers. They know what they're doing. They know the country that they operate in, inside out and back to front. They have connections with all the local suppliers, and they deliver a tailor-made experience for our customers. They ensure that everything happens smoothly. They use their local knowledge and expertise to ensure that our customers are having the best possible experience, I guess, custom made to what that customer's looking for. And whether that's be trekking through the hills of northern Thailand, or wandering through India and seeing some amazing sights, a self-drive through Ireland and seeing some of the amazing things around there. They ensure that our clients see the best possible aspects of that country. In addition to that, they are there on the ground to offer their support whenever the client might need it. So, they're the guys that are that are meeting the clients at the airport. They're ensuring that they've got all their vouchers they need. They're calling them up a few days later and saying, hey, how are you going? How's your hotels working out? How's your touring working out? And they're that one point of call that your customers can make if they have any dramas or if they have any questions or anything at all. They often provide a dedicated service to travel counsellors as well. When we sign up a DMC, we ensure that there's always one person who's dedicated to our company that works on our files and knows our company inside out and back to front, and also embodies the spirit that travel counsellors is. In a lot of cases, they feel like a part of the family. So. A destination management company, a DMC, is a fantastic resource, and essentially what they do is they make you, as a travel counsellor, the expert in that destination. So you don't have to know a lot about the destination. They'll do all the hard work. They'll provide everything you need and give you all the little secrets and inside tips that will help you create the perfect itinerary for your customer and create something that they really can't match anywhere else as well.
How about budgets? Is this just for the top end travel?
Absolutely not. Look, a DMC can do pretty much anything and everything. Because they are so entrenched in their local community, their local countries, they have relationships with everything from your 3-star hotels right up to your luxury 5, 6-star, whatever you want to call it, properties who offer all the bells and whistles and private touring in, luxury 4-wheel drives, whatever it might be. They can work with any budget. And that's just a case of, dropping them an email, giving them a call and saying, these are the clients, this is what they like to do, this is the sort of budget we're working with, and can you put together an itinerary that works for them?
Fantastic. Perfect. How easy is that relationship? I mean, you touched on it a moment ago, saying that we usually have a designated person that looks after travel counsellors. As a travel counsellor, what are the steps in terms of going out and getting that quote right through to booking?
It's so easy. It's just a case of giving them a call or dropping them an email. As I mentioned before, they'll often have a dedicated person who looks after just our files, so that you're always talking to the same person or one of two people perhaps when you contact the DMC. They will guide you through what you need to be guided through. If you have questions, they will most likely know the answer. If they don't know the answer, they will know a way to find the answer for you. Then it's just a case of getting the information back in. You will most often get a price in the local currency of that destination. Depending on where it is, it could be anything from South African Rand, it could be US dollars, it could be Hong Kong dollars, whatever it might be. They will give you that price in local currency. From there, it's just a case of popping it into Phoenix, the booking into Phoenix, and then it works out your margin for you, it works out your conversions for you, and so on. It's a very, very easy process, and as I said, there's always somebody with our DMCs that is there to guide you along the way should you have any questions.
Fantastic. What are some of the things we consider when we're looking at DMCs? I mean, OH&S is obviously a very important thing for
definitely.
us. Yeah.
Look, at DMC, we don't take on DMCs very lightly. There's a bit of a process that we go through to ensure that, I guess, what we're offering to our customers is the absolute best product that we can find. So, as you touched on a lot of OH&S stuff, or the OH&S stuff, we do health and safety checks on them, and that's just to ensure, I guess, that the hotels they're using are appropriate, that they're not run down or they're not, in dangerous areas or whatever it might be, right down to things, are their balcony heights okay for kids staying in the room, etc., etc. We look at things like the type of vehicles they use, the type of staffing they have, and a range of different things around that, so that we know that when you make that call to that DMC, the service you get is spot on. It's a test of their knowledge, it's a test of all the products they sell, and ensuring that they're the right fit for travel counsellors as well. They've got to embrace the spirit of travel counsellors, the family feel, that make it personal attitude that we have. So they've got to be the right fit. So there's a lot of in-depth knowledge, in-depth work that goes into ensuring a DMC is the right fit, and that does take some time too. We do spend a bit of time ensuring that the research is done to ensure that they are the right fit for travel counsellors.
Fantastic. And lastly, you've obviously got an extensive career in the wholesale market. In your opinion, what do you think, or what sort of, I suppose, benefit is there to travel counsellors moving forward in the changes that are happening within the industry in having partnerships with such fantastic DMCs around the world?
I think, there is a lot going on, as you say, in the industry, and it's a very rapidly changing industry, and it can be hard to keep on top of these things at times. But, at DMC, as I mentioned before, they are your local expert. You don't have to be an expert in every destination, and I think that there is almost an expectation, if you're an agent out there, that you do know what a client is expecting. That if they say, I want to go to the deepest depths of Myanmar or whatever, that about that destination. Now, that's not always possible to do. A DMC, on the other hand, knows exactly those things, those ins and outs, those little inside secrets, the kind of places that are going to make your clients go, wow, I would never have found that, I would never have heard of that, and I'm so glad I visited that place. And that's what a DMC does. They bring their local knowledge to it, and they essentially impart their expertise onto you, and you can take all the credit for that and with your clients, and present an itinerary that is really hard to go out there and match. It's not like your client's going to be able to go out online and type in this, that and the other and put that itinerary together with any ease at all, let alone come together with a price that's going to be competitive. These guys go out there and they go to these places and they get the best possible rates. They have the buying power within that country. So even the smaller countries where we don't necessarily send a lot of Australians to, and we don't have that buying power, the DMCs do, because they're dealing with people from all over the world, and they've got that leverage in market to be able to get the best possible rates and to offer you the best possible products at that really good rate. So it gives you a price advantage and it gives you a knowledge advantage that really nobody else out there is going to be able to do. So, there's great benefit to using our DMCs.
Fantastic. Perfect. Well, thanks for joining us, Jason. It's been
My
fantastic,
pleasure.
really great insight. Hannah mentioned before that we have a fantastic video of one of our UK-based clients, Nadia Clark, who suffers from cerebral palsy, and she recently completed one of her dream trips through India thanks to one of our DMCs. So we'll jump to a short video and we'll be back with you shortly.
I'm sorry if it's all too much, but every day you're here I'm healing, and I was running out of luck. I never thought I'd find this feeling, 'cause I've been hearing symphonies before all I heard.
Nancy, you ready to go to the toilet?
Are
you ready?
Every melody is timeless, and now your song is on repeat, and I'm dancing on to your heartbeat. And when you're gone, I feel incomplete. So if you want the truth, I just wanna be part of your symphony. We hold me tight and not let go. Symphony, like a love song on the radio. We hold me tight and not let go. And now your song is on repeat, and I'm dancing on to your heartbeat. And when you're gone, I feel incomplete. So if you want the truth, I just wanna be part of your symphony. We hold me tight and not let go. Symphony, like a love song on the radio. Symphony, we hold me tight and not let go. Symphony, like a love song on the radio. We hold me tight and not let go.
That is such a fantastic video, isn't it? I mean, it's just such an amazing thing what TWX did with Nadia. She actually spoke at our international conference last year, and both myself and Kat were lucky enough to be there in Manchester and see TWX actually gifting that entire trip to Nadia. It was just absolutely fantastic, some of the things that they did for her. And just to touch on kind of what Jason said, for us in terms of picking our DMC partners, it really is all about the service that they do provide to your customers as a travel counsellor. And for us, that's the most important thing, and I think that video just completely showcases absolutely how amazing they can be, and how they can kind of change your customers' sort of holidays, really. So that's pretty much it from us. Just wanted to give you a quick update on our up and coming events over the next couple of weeks. So we are, as always, on the road. Our next roadshow coming up is in Perth. So we'll be there Friday the 1st of December and Saturday the 2nd of December. So if you are in the area, you can join us for some wine and nibbles in the Friday evening, or join us for some pastries and a coffee on the Saturday morning. If you're not in the area of Perth, you're more than welcome to tune in to any of our forthcoming webinars at all from the comfort of your own home. Our next webinar is being shown live on the 21st of November at 7 p.m. and is focusing on our brand new app called MyTC and how that can help with your customers. Alternatively, if you are at the point where you would like to find out even more about travel counsellors, what we'd suggest is actually arranging a one-to-one meeting with one of the guys here in our head office in Melbourne. We can do that both remotely, or if you are pretty close to us, you're more than welcome to come in and meet the whole team. That's where we can really get to grips with how your business is going to look on a personal level. We'll also show you the systems that we use and give you a full idea as to how travel counsellors will look for you as well. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure to be your guest host. That's pretty much it from us, would you say?
That's it. Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. Have a lovely evening, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.